specific proposals for enhanced regional economic cooperation in the aftermath of COVID-19. 1. Mobilization of national and international resources to recover from the pandemic. 2. Building of resilient healthcare systems to respond to such crises in future. 3. Development of integrated transport network to facilitate both intra-ECO trade and to serve as pathway for trade with other global economies. 4. Establishment of ECO Investment Agency along with organization of annual ECO Investment Fair. 5. Pursuit of trade promotion measures such as simplification of border procedures, establishment of inter-institutional linkages, reinforcement of existing regional mechanisms, and implementation of Economic Cooperation Organization Trade Agreement (ECOTA). 6. Promotion of knowledge-based economies, increased expenditure on research and development, and focus on rapid digitalization, especially extension of broadband internet to all parts of the ECO countries. The Foreign Minister of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Dr. Abdulaziz Kamilov, visited Pakistan on 9th and 10th of March 2021. During the visit, Foreign Minister Kamilov held bilateral talks with Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and called on the Prime Minister and the Chief of Army Staff. In his call on the Prime Minister, Foreign Minister Kamilov conveyed cordial greetings from the President of Uzbekistan and reiterated the commitment to expand bilateral cooperation with Pakistan in diverse fields. Expressing satisfaction over the excellent bilateral relations between Pakistan and Uzbekistan, the Prime Minister emphasized the need to further expand economic cooperation between the two countries. The Prime Minister emphasized that enhanced trade and regional connectivity were the cornerstone of economic growth and development. Expressing appreciation for the proposed Trans-Afghan Railway project between Pakistan, Uzbekistan and Afghanistan, the Prime Minister underscored Pakistan's commitment to support all efforts for the earliest realization of this important connectivity project. The Prime Minister highlighted that Pakistan offered the shortest route to international seas to all Central Asian republics through Karachi and Gwadar ports and could be the gateway to landlocked Central Asia. Stressing the imperative of negotiated political solution, the Prime Minister reaffirmed Pakistan's steadfast support to the Afghan peace process. In the context of South Asia, the Prime Minister underscored that durable peace and economic development in the region hinged on regional political resolution of all outstanding disputes and unresolved issues. Foreign Minister Kamilov also extended an invitation to the Prime Minister to participate in the Central Asia South Asia Connectivity Conference scheduled to be held in Tashkent in July 2021. During the delegation level talks between Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and Dr. Kamilov, views were exchanged on enhancement of economic cooperation, mutual support at international fora, regional connectivity, and tourism promotion. Both sides expressed their firm resolve to boost high-level interactions to give boost to the existing positive momentum in bilateral relations between the two countries. As part of the government's efforts to promote economic diplomacy, Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi met with the European envoys based in Islamabad. The meeting was aimed at reviewing Pakistan's economic engagement with the European countries, identifying the impediments, and charting the way forward. Highlighting Europe's position as Pakistan's largest trading partner, The Foreign Minister underscored the importance of consolidating and expanding Pakistan's economic outreach with Europe. The Foreign Minister apprised the envoys of the various reforms introduced by the government of Pakistan to improve business and investment climate in the country. He particularly highlighted the impressive improvement in Pakistan's ease of doing business ranking. Separately, Foreign Secretary Suhail Mahmood held a roundtable discussion with ASEAN heads of missions. Consistent with the Vision East Asia policy, the Foreign Secretary reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to strengthen Pakistan-ASEAN partnership in all domains. The Foreign Secretary specifically underscored the importance of forging closer cooperation in political, economic, security, tourism, education and cultural domains. Recounting the steps taken by Pakistan to enhance engagement with ASEAN, the Foreign Secretary underscored the need to optimally utilize the available bilateral and ASEAN-wide institutional mechanisms. The need for exploring new opportunities for cooperation in line with ASEAN's Master Plan for Connectivity, MPAC 2025, and Pakistan's China Economic Corridor initiative was also highlighted. Pakistan and Thailand signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Defence Cooperation on 5th of March 2021. The MOU inter alia envisions cooperation in the fields of defense and security policy, exchange of information, training, joint exercises, and research and development in defense technology. The MOU would provide a sound overall framework for consolidating and further enhancing bilateral defense and security cooperation between Pakistan and Thailand. Now coming to the situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Indian occupation forces martyred one more innocent Kashmiri youth last week in staged cordon and search operation in Sopore town of Baramulla district in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan condemns the continuing extrajudicial killings by the Indian occupation forces in IIOJK. The independent voices continue to raise concerns on the gross human rights violations in IIOJK. The European Parliament's Subcommittee on Human Rights has discussed the serious human rights situation and continued crackdown on civil society and human rights activities in IIOJK and India. The UK parliamentarians have once again condemned human and civil rights abuses of Kashmiri people through military occupation of the region. They have also demanded the UK government to take action against the human rights violations in IIOJK. The Forum for Human Rights in Jammu and Kashmir has published a report covering human rights violations in IIOJK from August 2020 to January 2021. The Editors Guild of India has also once again expressed its shock on regular detention of editors of Kashmir-based publications by the Indian security forces. The Editors Guild of India has underscored that there are scores of journalists who are experiencing this new normal where they can be hauled up by the security forces for writing anything that goes contrary to the government's narrative that peace has returned to the valley. Pakistan once again calls upon the Government of India to rescind all its illegal actions and take measures for resolution of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in line with the relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions. I thank you and am happy to take questions on these or other foreign policy related developments.